Hey, it's your Wednesday guy, Theodore. I am once again on my computer because I'm still using my camera for photography. Um, I just really need it, and I can't really switch back and forth right now, so I'm just going to be using my computer. Sorry, my camera sucks, but it's what I got right now. So this week, I am answering questions that the other guys asked. So I'm just going to say the question, and I'll answer it. Yeah. So what am I most excited to get from being on T? Definitely facial hair. I feel like that is something I've just always wanted. You can see it. It's coming in. I got a little down here too, slowly but surely. Definitely had its awkward stages of growing out because it came in a little patchy, but it's evening out, and so that feels really good. And then, would you rather be rich with no friends or poor with a support group? Definitely poor with a support group. Friends are just absolutely invaluable. You can't buy friends. You could have all the money in the world, and I don't think it'd make you happy. At least it wouldn't make me happy. I feel like I need people in my life, and those connections and that, like, love, So that's I don't know. That's what I would choose. So you talked about getting misgendered in your last video. How do you cope with it usually? And has it stopped now that you have some awesome facial hair? Yes. I definitely am not getting misgendered as much as I used to be. I think I've only gotten misgendered once at school. And this is my first semester at San Jose State, so it's all people that don't know me. I've only gotten misgendered once, and that was when my facial hair was a little sparser. And how do I cope with being misgendered? I usually just try and brush it off, and I tell myself I am a man in my head, and that no matter what anyone else tells me, I know what I am in my core, and that's what matters. What are your ambitions for the future? In my future, I want to be a professional artist. That's the dream, at least. I don't know. We'll see. I want to graduate first. Like you, I have a younger brother. How did you feel seeing him go through puberty before you started seeing changes on T? Jealous. I think that's the best word to describe it. Jealous. He was able to grow facial hair very quickly. His voice is very deep. He has an Adam's apple. He has a box shape. He just throws anything on and looks great. I'm constantly trying to put clothes on in certain ways to disguise my chest. That's definitely, yeah. So definitely felt jealousy. Alright, so if you were stranded on an island and had to eat someone, who would you choose, your dad or your mom? Oh my god. I would choose my dad. I think he's bigger, so maybe he has more meat on him. I don't know. What's your favorite pack of noodles? Ooh. Well, if we're talking like cup of noodles, I like the chicken flavor. It's my favorite flavor. But if we're talking about noodles in general, oh, sorry, I shouldn't swear. I love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is my shiitake mushrooms. So, it's like it's one of my main food groups. How do you know when you've had a good sleep? A, you drool. B, you have lines on your arms from the cover. B, you wake up and you need another nap from the nap. Definitely lines on my arms from the covers. I don't really drool. And usually once I'm up, I can't go back to sleep. So, let's see, what are the other questions? Have you watched Atypical on Netflix? Explain to us more about the spectrum and autism. I have started watching it. It is good. I really like it so far. I feel like most of it's fairly truthful. I feel like explain to us more about the spectrum and autism. I feel like I have a hard time explaining this. I'm not going to go into detail on this one. Simply because my whole life I've been kind of like in this space where it's like trying to overcome autism instead of accepting autism. And now that I'm older, it's more about accepting autism. So I never really knew a whole lot about it. I just knew I was different, and that was that. And it was just the goal was to make me a functioning person. And, you know, that's a really hard subject for me, so I'm going to skip that. But I appreciate the question. You should watch Atypical if you haven't on Netflix, because it is so good. What do you want to live in California your whole life? And what's your favorite place to visit? Ooh, okay, yes. The answer is yes. I want to live in California my whole life. Simply because it's more accepting, I think, than other places. But then again, I've never lived in other places, so specifically the Bay Area, because there's a lot of resources here for trans folks, and I'm a trans person, so it makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of support here for me. My favorite place to visit has to be... it's a hard one. Camping. Can I just say camping in general? Like, I don't know. Camping's great. I guess that's all for now. Yeah. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like me to answer, just drop them below. I will answer them as I get to them. And have an awesome Wednesday. Yeah, bye.